Mainstream first. Hello. All right. Oh, I need to turn off the lighting. Okay. All right. We're gonna jump mainstream. We're gonna. Where is window capture? All right. It's the window I want. We're gonna look over this script real fast. I decided to try to go over it real fast. Earlier today, it looks like I won't got through most everything I need. I'm just gonna reread this, see if I'm missing anything, and we're going to check. Okay, okay. That's the time to business. Let's see if Grammarly has anything to say because I haven't been really trusting Grammarly. Hey Kirk, how you doing? Come on, open up. What? No, that's not what I want. I don't want to turn honey on. Turn on Grammarly. Hey, Grammarly says it's absolutely perfect. No, wait, let's see what mistakes have I done? Yeah, that's fine. Hunting. Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's fine. What's the redundancy? Oh no, that's fine. Oh, no, that's good. That's fun. That's good. Let's see. Yeah. That's fine. No. It being in notes is fine. That's being in notes. Notes. Where is this one? No, it's fine. No, runs. So fine. For a person I had set off should detail set off should yield. I know. What? Where? What? Oh. No. Let's see. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. No. Alright, script seems to be done because I worked on it earlier. I worked on it before I slept. Before work. Yesterday morning. Oh. 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 So, let's see. Okay. Alright. What to do, what to do? I guess it's just time to read the script, record the script. There we go. We set in the background. I'm all good. The hands are caught. Like this way, so it sees both hands. La 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 la. Okay. Alright, time to mute this. Turn off completely. Alright, it's time to record the script. Let me clear up the folder. Go to OBS recording. New folder, MISC. Let's go to videos. Let's move these projects. Cut. And put in miscellaneous. Do. No. Alright, back do this one. All right. So, it's time to revisit the GTX 950, and looking back on my previous one from last year, I probably put too many Armstrong video. So, it's time to revisit the GTX 950, and looking back at my previous one from last year, I probably put too many Senator Armstrong blah, blah. Let me see output, just recording. What? Okay, whatever. What do you mean it's an OB? What? Whatever. Gave me more space. Gave me more space, so I'm fine. Anyway, let's start that again. So, it's time to revisit the GTX 950, and looking back at my previous one from last year, I probably put too many Senator Armstrong memes in it. So the 950 was made as an esports GPU, as it had technology purpose built for reducing latency, in particular in MOBA games, with an overall game to bring affordable 1080p gaming to the masses. At the time, this card could perform and can get decent results. And I need to stop. At the time, this card could conform. Okay, so I can still open this with VLC. Okay. Do 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 do. All right. At the At the time, this card could perform and can get you decent results. But how well will it do in 2023? The 950 is probably a personal favorite GPU of mine, and this one in particular is extra special. This EVG SC Plus 9. Oh my god. At the At the time, this card could perform and can get you decent results. But how well will it do in 2023? The 950 is probably a personal favorite GPU. The 950 is probably a personal favorite GPU of mine, and this one in particular is extra special to me. This EVG SC Plus GTX 950 was my first real gaming GPU. I bought this one for $130 brand new back in 2015. Though if you're buying this card here in 2023, I recommend $45 and under. Anything over 50 is too much. I'm so glad to have this bad boy back, but at this point, I've nearly bought every EVGA GTX 950. I currently have the SC, SC Plus, and the For the Win, and my brother currently has the SSC version I gave to him. Anyway, once again, let's do the basics. The 950 was paper launched back in August 2015 with an MSRP of 160 USD with a 6-pin power connector. This bad boy sucks up to 90 watts as its TD. The 950 was paper launched back in August 2015 with an MSRP of 160 USD. With a 60. Oh my god. The 950 was paper launched back in August 2015 with an MSRP of 160 USD. With a 6-pin power kit. The 950 was paper launched back in August 2015 with an MSP of 160 USD. It had a 6-pin power connector, so this bad boy had a 90 watt TDP, and sometimes you can find a 70 watt. The 950 was paper launched back in August 2015 with an MSRP of 160 USD. It has a 6-pin power connector, so this bad boy sucks up to 90 watts as its TDP, and sometimes you can find a 70 watt version of this card. It has 768 CUDA cores, 48 texture units, a core clock of 1024 MHz with a boost of 1188 MHz, and a memory clock of 1653 MHz. And this card only comes with 2 gigs of VRAM. Like always, we'll be testing this card on 2023's budget events. Like always, we'll be testing this card on 2023's budget bench, the MSI Mag B550 Gaming Plus motherboard with a Ryzen 5 5600 with 16 gigs of 3200 megahertz. I'm pretty fucking thirsty. I really need a be right back screen. I'm almost done. I'm trying to leave upscaling out of the main benchmarks and gonna put them in the notes if upscaling vastly improves the experience. For Warzone, putting on Ultra Performance FSR2 makes the experience much smoother. At 1080p native, the game is quite below 30 FPS, but I have two solutions. We could bump down the settings to either 720p native resolution or even 1080p with Performance FSR. The FSR option runs a little bit smoother, but you will suffer from the typical FSR problems of the image being a bit shimmery and a little bit blurry. For Apex, I believe having anti-aliasing set to off should yield averages For Apex, I believe having anti-aliasing set to off should yield averages over 60 FPS. In Genshin, I honestly would set it to low for the best results instead of medium. So, conclusion time. Back when this card launched, I really need that drink. It really be like that sometimes. Alright. Alright. Let's try this again. Alright. So, conclusion time. Back when this card launched, it performed. That was even fucking what I wrote. So, conclusion time. Back when this card launched, it perfectly did its job. But at the same time, it came close in price with the GTX 960, which came. So, conclusion time. Back when this card launched, it perfectly did its job. But at the same time, it came close in price with the GTX 960, which came anywhere from $30 to $40 more, and with some of them coming with 4 gigs of VRAM. Though, if you did choose the 950, it does decently still. And like how it was purpose built for esports, it still performs absolutely well with all of today's popular games of that nature. It'll launch every game out there, and with some sacrifices, you can get a good chunk of AAA titles to at least run at 30 FPS. It is hard to recommend, but as long as you spend no more than 45 USD on one of these, you get your gaming's worth and still get driver updates due to being on the Maxwell architecture. So, have you had this card before? Are you still even running this in your system now? Please let me know in the comments below. I'm ManHero, something of a virtual YouTuber myself. Like if you like, and dislike if you didn't like it, or simply just hate me. Subscribe for more, or if you're just masochistic, see you next time. Bye bye. Alright, now all that should be my recordings. I can probably get the benchmark section out of the way. That would be 3. Let me move to mainstream. Alright, switch this to Lightworks. I could at least get I could probably get the benchmark section of the videos out knocked out. Alright. See, I'm going to need 2 more of these. Alright. Want to go to archive project. No. 2023 projects. Where is it? Where's it? This one? This one. Is this one? Okay, that one. Fucking, what was I doing? I was doing something. Dementia Gaming. Anyway, I remember now. Logos. We're going to start with this one. And I think this is... Let's see. That one's definitely medium. And this one is... Okay. Alright. One here. I can at least turn on the music for this section. Alright. One there. Okay, leave. Alright. Snip, snip, snip. Aha. This one. Okay, VFX, we're gonna do 2D. Nope. Gonna do top right. There we go. Now I do this. DX12 competitive settings. What font do I feel like? What font do I have here? Nah. Nope, that's fine. That one's... There we go. Yeah, that's fine. See. Medium preset, and I can just do an easy 44 and 31. Do I have TAA or no? I should have had TAA on. I think it was TAA. I think it was TAA. Did Fortnite have TA or TS? I think TA. I think it was TA. I know I had it on. Right, next is Overwatch. There we go. What? Okay, I'm very confused, so I'm going to do this. There we go. I don't know where that fucking messed up, but that's... I don't know where that messed up at. That's fine. Is it high? High, okay. Bump. Line up? Lines up, alright. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Oh my god, anyway. Do I have my phone on me? It's like... Ugh. guys. Why is it doing that? Oh my god. Oh, that's not nice. That's not gonna work. Fucking chat broke itself in OBS. And what are you doing? Broke itself in OBS. Oh. Oh yeah, OBS. Like I accidentally did something OBS, but I can still. I got other ways to see chat. I think I did. Okay, yeah. Come on. Let me see. Come on, show me chat, OBS. That's all I ask for. Oh, there we go. Alright. There we go. That works. Also, I'd like that to be in dark mode, that I don't blind myself here. There we go. That's perfect. Okay, that works out. Okay, OBS is fine now. Alright. What's the next game? Warzone 2.0. Now I do this. Okay, no. Do. Alright, now I do minimum. Oh, wait. There we go. That works. Do. That's a matchup. Let's see, am I even getting decent shots? That's fine. That's why. Give me. Okay. Why 24 FPS? I'm right. Alright, what's next after? Boy, GTA 5, let's go. Literally ending at 35 minutes. Okay. Alright, this one? No, not yet. There we go. First up, top right. You're on a crash now. Alright, now I open up. Alright. You can always see the yellow. Normal with MSA by 2, okay. Do 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 do. Wait, no, brain. Don't copy the wrong thing, brain. Yeah. Oh my god. It doesn't match up. Why is that one lower? Oh, okay, there's just extra space down there. I think I want to just move this clip just a little bit further. There we go. No, that's not. That's fine. That's fine with me. That clip's fine with me. All right. See, next game is CS:GO. CS:GO. Uh. Okay, you this, that, somewhere. $58 minus 15. Brain actually can't do math. Okay. Move this bad boy up here. Okay, let's see. And now I add this. There we go. Low. That's the best I could describe those settings. Bum, bum. Do they match the position? Yes, they do. Okay, that works out for me. Next is Forza. Dorza. Forza. 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 Makes me tired. See if there we go. 15 is 38. I do this. Do that. We have that. Tap right. Move it over. Dun, dun, dun. All right, this one, that one, over here. Over my settings for that game. Oh, preset with FXAA. There we go. There we go. I hate this chill lo-fi music that anytime I just look at copyright-free music, yeah, this is all you got for you, fam. Like, give me something else. Come on. Give me. No, too chill. Oh my god, no. Just. I guess. Yeah, I can't sit in my chair. Fucking. Alright. Does it match? This does. Next game. Cyberpunk.
She made me beg for it till she give it up. And I say the same thing every single time. I say you the fucking best. You the fucking best.
Yeah.
You the fucking best. You the best I ever had. Best I ever had. Best I ever had. Best I ever had.
Any violence, please.
You got a roommate. Call me when there's no one there. Put the key under the mat and you know I'll be over there. I'll be over there. Shout it, I'll be over there. I'll be hitting all the spots that you ain't even know it's there. And you don't even have to ask twice. You can have my heart or we can share it like the last.
Is this gonna keep doing that? Just keep it on something, my guy. Keep the music on something. Yeah. Anyway. Ugh. Wow, crashed. Luckily I use Lightworks. There we go, it's back. The fuck? There we go. Yeah, lowest is fine. Okay, I know how to fix that. Oh, wait. There we go. That's fine. Okay. Next is... Wow. We gotta grow here. Then we gotta find that game. Yeah, I'm tired. I wanna sleep. Oh yeah. Ugh. What's next? Oh boy. Right there. Do 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 do. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Yeah. God. Oh, how's everyone doing out there, by the way? Good. I feel that. I feel that. You know what? I'm interested. Share that to me. Look, if you're hungry, you hungry. Okay, okay. Do, do, do. That could be either a good or bad thing to some people. Please, I know I got Rose. Did I not get... God, I didn't get Resident Evil 4 fucking... Let me double check. Turn on this other PC real fast. Let me double check. If not, I'll just reuse footage from something else. Because I don't feel like, you know... heck did I skip Resident Evil 4? Oh, that's fine. 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 Yeah. I didn't get the Resident Evil 4 footage. That's okay. I don't have time to go, so I will go get the closest match I have. Like a whole chunk out of what I gotta do next time. Let's get a good chunk of it out of the way now. It'll be perfect. I get it. Let's match. Same location. A little bit to the right. There we go. That means we get the grandma kill. Get the grandma kill. Let's go. Next one is Shadow the Tomb Raider. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more games. Oh my god. Why do I do this to myself? Oh my god. It fucking. I managed to get Shadow the Tomb Raider footage because. Yeah. What? There we go. And it's going to crash. It crashed. But you know what I do? I open it right back up because it's Lightworks. Ha! I'm right back where I started. Oh, whoa! Because there's some other things I want to do too. Yeah, yeah. Go. Oh, please. There's something I want to test out too. I can do this. Yeah, let me get this chunk out of the way. That's all I asked for. Getting there. No, 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 no. Okay, let's see. Uh, Apex, 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 Apex. Oh. Anything. An hour and 35 minutes. That's not long by my standards, but goddamn, I'm just tired. I also want to do something a little different before I end the stream, so Apex. League of Legends, oh my fuck. Come on. Crash. Go on. Oh, okay. Oh my god. There we go. Now you crash. I think it's just so. No, I'm just. It's just so tedious right now just to edit right. Oh. I don't feel like actually doing it. That's the issue. I don't want to do this, but if I do this now, it'll save me time tomorrow or the next day. I wasn't, planning to go ahead and do this, but I went ahead and fucking did it. Because I'm like, yeah, I wrote the script ahead of time. I'm like, alright, what do I do now? I guess I'll just do this little bit of Go. Oh, oh, oh. Ugh. Okay. What's after this fucking game? Valerie. Brain is dying. Go with me. Oh. Because I haven't been, feeling like doing anything this entire week. I've got, I can't just stop. Or I can't just take a break right now. I can maybe like delay streams or like put like something small out, like a short, or maybe like just, hey, look at me mess around for like 2 minutes. I'm on that fucking grind. The key is god. Yay, clean. Okay, now let's find some. How long is this? This is 4:15. Let me go find some music for this. We're gonna go to my playlists. Go find that one channel. Go find myself a. I'll go ahead and use this one. Recall, or that works out. YouTube, Jimmy. we do is now go to downloads. We have import. Oh, that's fine. Now it's gonna get louder. Yep, that's loud. Let me by 10 decibels. Can I at least still hear the beginning part? Yes. There you go. You guys can see it like that. Okay. Alright. I feel that. Every I just read manga until I reach the end. I'm like, damn, no more story. That's fine, fuck it. Okay, that's fine. That fits. All right, let's go to export. This one, bump on to 4K, 60 FPS, 2023 bench. Start. What that? We're not gonna do. And I want to play with something real fast. I close this thing. Don't mind me. Don't mind me real fast. There we go. Ah, 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 ah. There we go. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. All right. Just give me a second. Oh no. I want to do something real fast. I'm gonna move over here. Okay. Am I turned around? I don't know. Turn on the light. There we go. Then this is very. Also, why am I all the way up there? Okay. Leg. Just trying to figure out where my legs are because it's not in view. Yeah. Maybe that light's too bright. Let me. Yeah. Okay. Well. Oh, I'm all the way up there. But yeah, if I sit down, I think fine. Yeah. Yeah. Sitting in my chair. Yeah. Uh-huh. Wait, is it even getting my mic? Ah. 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 No, it's not. Yes. Okay. Well, is it? Test, test. There we go. It really should. Okay. Well, it's got me sitting in the chair at least. Yeah. Let me hide chat. There we go. I'm gonna have to, get the kinks out of this, but well, like you're not up there. They're still trying to figure out where I'm at. I blend in with my surroundings, unfortunately. Oh, Oleg, you're not supposed to be like that. Further away. Yeah, this gets more of my body this way, but I'm pretty far away. Where's my phone so I can see chat? Also, now that I don't know what crashed on me. Whoa. There we go. Oh. I'm still trying to get, the kinks worked out, Okay. Well, now it sees me. I'm sitting in a chair, but I'm all the way back here. I've got to get a different camera probably, but I'm probably gonna repurpose an old phone for that. Do this. All right. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. This is fine. I can live with this. Yeah. It thinks I'm still working out the kinks. Let's see if he's got anything good today. What? Okay, what's his other channel? What's his other
RPGX.
Videos on YouTube and TikTok, which are probably like faked a lot of the time, but I'm sure they still, you find that just so many guns.
I love that.
Shippers are often forced to choose.
I just fucking walked back into the goddamn.
Or move their shipment via unreliable.
Brought to you by Waldorf Tanks.
World of Tanks.
Hobbies. Hobbies. What
Hobbies?
are hobbies? Is rock climbing a hobby?
Okay. All right. Uh-huh.
All this and more on In the Field.
Metal detecting. Let's
Alright,
go.
So, do you have any hobbies?
I do, actually. I have many.
Really?
Yeah, swindling larger YouTube channels, that's probably the biggest one. But
Hey.
outside of that, I play Dungeons and Dragons every week.
Nerd.
Okay, well.
No, sorry, carry on. Sorry, I didn't realize my mic was on. Carry on.
Do you just have a big red button that you push to mute when you want to yell slurs? Tell me about your hobbies.
The older you get, the more maintenances around the house become your hobbies. I do quite a lot of gardening.
Old green thumb, eh?
I'm not amazing at keeping the plants alive or fruiting, but
I am good at keeping them.
yeah, once in a while landscaping as well. Like I rent the diggers and then I smooth out the dirt and such. Otherwise, I watch a lot of YouTube.
So that's interesting because I don't.
Interesting.
I don't know if that makes me a
Interesting.
bad YouTuber or a good one. Because
Oh, I've got my hand in the air. I have the answer to this one, Minikudo.
am I a good YouTuber or not?
Bad.
No.
I want to guess bad YouTuber. Carry on, Minikudos.
Was it the awful videos or the lack of uploads?
I'd say both, sir.
Well, Timmy, maybe one day you too can put off uploading to your YouTube channel. Something I find interesting but I'd never do is those people who go like, I know what you call it, like dredging or magnet fishing, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Where you see these videos on YouTube and TikTok.
For a
which are probably,
while, I
like,
watched
faked
a
lot
lot
of
of
the time,
magnet
but
fishing
I'm sure
videos.
there's you find there just so many guns.
I love that stuff. Watching people panning for gold, people like looking around with metal detectors and stuff. In fact, I was so into that stuff for a while. This is before I had a YouTube channel, that I bought a metal detector and I went to Historia and I'm like, come on, we're going to go down to a thing. We're going to go to a park or something and we're going to find a creek and we're just going to like metal detect around. As soon as I had the metal detector in my hand, I was so embarrassed. I just felt embarrassed. I can't explain it.
The reality set in that you'd have to be the guy going metal detecting.
Yeah,
Metal
and we
detecting.
went down to like this creek, and on the way there, you'd pass by people, and you'd kind of like try to push the metal detector kind of behind their line of sight, so they wouldn't see you.
Nah,
And
I think
then
it's
we
neat.
got down there, and boy, that metal detector was a real piece of shit. I didn't have much money at the time, so I just bought like the cheapest one, and so it only made a beeping noise when there wasn't anything.
That is the worst scenario. It still works, but it's now incredibly annoying.
Loud and awful, yeah.
Like the idea that her story's so mad she leaves you and you have to walk home that day.
We didn't find anything except like one bottle cap, and then like on the way back we're like, oh, there's a beach. All right, fine, I'm gonna try the beach.
Try the
and couldn't
beach.
find anything. We're making this really loud fucking noise. People are looking at us. And then I went,
Beep,
all right,
beep, beep.
I'm not finding anything here. Hold on. And I threw $2 into the sand to see if the thing would pick it up. It not only didn't pick it up, but then I lost the $2 in the sand. I lost money. Stupid fucking hobby. And I haven't been metal detecting ever since.
Pigeon racing.
You aren't still using Google Chrome or, God forbid, Firefox for a browser, are you? Do you?
My mouse is
mature
too far
your water
away.
too? You using sheep's bladder for protection? Hopefully not. In 2023, every gamer should be using
I would quite
No, I'm
like to
good.
get into pigeon racing.
Okay.
I met a guy who bred and raced pigeons,
Okay.
and it is fascinating. They'll race these things over, like 400 kilometers,
Oh, wow.
and it'll come like
Big,
down
long
to the
places.
wire.
Yeah.
It is really cool the way they breed these particular pigeons, and like, oh, well, this one has particular stamina, but this one has a lot of speed.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you can keep pigeons basically the same way you keep chickens, but they just sit there and make this noise like,
That's a really good pigeon noise.
oh, thank you. Instead of like, wah, 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 like a
Pretty
chicken
good.
does, right? And chickens are awful and they stink, but pigeons are just like, hey, I'm purring like a cat,
I also don't like pigeons, but I will give you that they are quieter and less smelly than chickens.
Yes.
Possibly
Yeah.
less tasty too, though. But my only
Yeah,
issue
probably.
with something like pigeon racing is because it's, I'm assuming, of somewhat of a niche sport. I would feel like I'd want like cool video game stats involved. Like if I was going to be breeding these little suckers, I'd want to have like a UI where I can be like, here's this guy's speed rating out of 10.
They do that.
What the fuck?
They have these little ankle bracelet things, and then they have like a QR code on them, and then they have like these websites online that take all of their stats and track them by GPS and do all this stuff. It's like crazy.
That's like sports stats, but for birds.
And you know what? Here's how you race a pigeon, right?
You throw it really hard.
You go to the starting line, and then you let it go, and then you sit in a chair having a few drinks, and then someone's
Just
going to call you on
wait.
the phone in a few hours and tell you that you won or lost. It's brilliant.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they do shit everywhere.
Yeah, and it's like, once you win, then you can put this pigeon out to stud like a bull. This one's the fastest. Well, now it's worth like 100 grand. Come on. And you put it in a cage with like 200 female pigeons.
And you
Oh.
play romantic pigeon music.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
And you know that this is just going to be the greatest moment of this pigeon's life. It's fucking hilarious.
My problem is pigeons suck, and I think something like a hawk or something seems way cooler to breed.
Hawks are pretty cool. Well, hawks are the natural enemy of the pigeon.
Oh, wait, did I know?
So what you're saying is I should breed hawks and you should breed pigeons.
No.
We'll see who wins.
No, keep yours away from mine. It's not fair.
It is
Ad
fair.
time. World of Tanks sponsorship.
A war world of
Sandra, have
tanks.
you heard about this new free-to-play MMO with over 160 million players? The best thing about World of Tanks is not just that it's free, which it is that they're continuously pumping out new content. Like an old drain pipe in the Philippines, there's a constant flow of content.
There
into
is
the
a
greater
constant flow
ocean.
of content.
Did you
that
know
way.
you can enjoy World of Tanks on a console or on the mobile phone? All you have to
Mobile
do is call up this
phone?
number and you tell
I've
them
got
where
a
you want to
mobile
move.
phone
good
right
5 yards
here.
forward. Fire. Did I hit him? That's a hit. Now, Sandra, this game is set in the post-apocalypse. All of the animals have gone extinct except for the tank. But then a world war breaks out between them.
Hey, Mohammed. I heard there's only one tank in the whole game.
That's not true, Sandra. In fact, there are lots of
Need my other
different
phone.
classes of tank. You can be a healing tank, you can be a stealth tank, you can even be a druid tank. This is downtown London, before any sort of conflict happened. Boy, this really reminds me of a war I can't mention, Sandra. So go to the link below and use the code COMBAT. We'll give you a Cromwell B premium tank. 200.
I really need a bigger room.
7 days World of Tank premium account time, plus 3 rental premium tanks. By the way, they sent us some promo stuff, and some of these are like ads that have Arnold Schwarzenegger in them, and Mila Jokovic and Chuck Norris. I don't know why
Damn.
they sent me this, but it's brilliant. Look at this.
Get
Also,
to
they
the tank.
collaborate with Girls und Panzer.
Oh, I actually like that one. And same with Valkyria Chronicles. It's a good game. You know, Sandra, I heard they're adding a dating sim to World of Tanks.
Oh.
Cromwell, Summer. My barrel is all filled with ash and debris. Take this pipe cleaner and go to town. Sandra, how come you're in that tank right now?
I don't know.
Oh,
Don't
stop. You're
know.
destroying the whole set.
Oh no.
So
Oh,
click on the
no.
link in the description below and use code COMBAT to get a whole bunch of stuff. Look at this stuff.
Hey, it's Will.
Oh my god, this god
You,
damn ad that I keep getting. This motherfucker, he needs to stop. Now I gotta get out of my chair after I just got into my chair. Now I'm back in my chair. Ugh.
I know what the worst hobby is.
What?
Candle making.
Really?
Oh, what's the fucking point? Go down to the store and buy a big candle for $1, or if you want a scented one, they're everywhere. Like, I don't understand why people are making their own candles. What's the... there's one fun part about candle making, which is that you can dip your hand in the hot wax, and then you've got like a claw thing that you can start, peeling away.
It is surprising that isn't some kind of therapeutical thing, because that seems like somewhere like, have you been to the wax dipping?
Yes! Yeah, they got those smoke pots and acupuncture and
Yeah,
shit. Why don't they have
acupuncture.
wax dipping?
That's the perfect like massage thing, because it kind of hurts like a lot of those kind of treatments, acupuncture, massaging. There's like a pain element to them, but there's also like a satisfaction element to them where afterwards you feel like and then afterwards your
yeah.
skin would probably feel real like moisturized or something.
Yeah, because you would sweat.
Trains, on the other hand, I could see trains, because trains are like, that's a bit of a novelty. Like an old train's kind of cool to ride on.
There's this park in Melbourne, and it's got like this tiny train. And there's a little conductor dude that sits at the front, and he just gives rides like all day.
That's awesome.
Choo choo.
I was enjoying the hell out of it, and I understood it all of a sudden.
Yeah, just suddenly all the cynicism that went into your early videos washes
washes
away.
away.
That's why you only upload twice a year now.
Yes, no, I'm just too obsessed with trains now. Oh, is that the DC-45? Running on time, I see.
Would you tie a woman to the tracks? Do you reckon that? Do they ever do that? Is that a real thing someone did?
I would presume so. I would presume that's a pretty good way of taking someone out.
That has to be one of the most horrible way. Like, you're going to be mincemeat 100% chance. There's no way you're getting out of that.
Throw that one up, Jamie. Does anyone ever get tied to the railroad track? When did they start using the guillotine? That was around the 1700s, wasn't it? And that's like the same time that the train was around. Why didn't they just use the train?
Well, a bit messy to clean up, I think. You can't just have a train running around covered in gore all the time.
Yeah, true.
You know what's crazy about the guillotine is the last, government-issued guillotining in France happened when the first Star Wars movie was in theaters.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like the 1970s or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like way later than you'd think.
Yeah. Do you reckon it hurts?
I actually think about that more often than I should, because they say that your brain activity still kicks around for a good, 30 seconds afterwards.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
Do you reckon you're just like, fuck. Wow, this sucks.
Well, you'd land in the basket and then you'd be all nauseous, right? Because
Damn.
you'd spin and then land upside down. And you'd be like, my face is right up against this wicker. This is terrible.
Yeah, this just sucks.
Then you might be a bit bored for a little while, like just waiting to die.
I hate thinking about this. This is like,
Yeah,
this is stressing me out like it's something I have to do
guess I'll
later.
die.
Okay, what would be the worst part about getting guillotined? Because I suppose the blade is quick, at least. There would be a moment just before you put your head in it that you get really close to the guillotine, and you kind of have this thought that's like, oh, this is really dangerous.
Wow.
I should
Do you
be
know what I
doing.
mean?
Yeah.
I should be up
Yeah,
here.
like when you get too close to it, like a bandsaw or
Yeah, you get
know,
like a
something
tingle in your
shot glass.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got it. Right. So what you do is
Yeah.
underneath you want to have a bit of a lever, like a seesaw, and then you have the basket there. So the moment it cuts through, your head falls off, it launches your head straight into the air, and then it's kind of like, whoa, I get to see the whole crowd.
That'd be the worst if it like only cut through halfway.
Yeah, or it gets stuck, and then they
You have to
try
like
to
pull it up again.
but then that's pulling your neck as well.
And they just kind of like they just stand above it and just kick the back of your head.
Just
We're gonna need a couple fellas just to jump up and down on the blade, please. Oh, here's the problem. You tied a bloody knot in the rope. It's caught against the... It's like caught against the wooden beam.
This is very morbid.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about other ways to do the guillotine. Because you could have them at the very top.
You drop them onto the...
Yeah. Or you have an enormous spring underneath the blade, so everyone has to kind of pull, and then it goes off.
Yeah, right, yeah, like you're loading. This feels like if like, as seen on TV, infomercials invented a guillotine, like,
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of that normal guillotine, and they invent this weird double-sided guillotine that can, like,
It
cut.
slices, it dices, and only 3 payments of $39.95 plus postage. And the old person tries to drop the blade, but then they just kind of fall over, and then they're
Oh
They try
no.
and pull on the rope, and then they just immediately go and turn to the camera, like holding their wrist. What about one that's like a fan, and it's like
oh yeah, so you just keep sliding people through it.
like a conveyor, and have them turned into little slices?
Oh yeah, that would be quite nice. Yeah, we're essentially describing a deli slicer, but yeah.
Electric chair, that sounds pretty bad, but I feel like it'd be pretty quick.
Okay, so how do we improve the electric chair? I'm thinking what you do is instead of one big shock, just thousands of little shocks.
They just randomly occur all over your body.
Yeah, it's like you're constantly licking a 9-volt battery.
Yeah.
What if they just
Wow.
tape the battery to your tongue and then walk away and go,
It does one damage at a time, but eventually, well, that's just death by 1,000 cuts, but it's death by 1,000 small shocks.
oh, fuck.
I wonder if you did just cover someone in wet 9-volt batteries, like whether you would die from starvation or like electrical current.
I think eventually, like, your muscles must just give out.
But it's like the muscles, it'll be your heart or brain that like gives up.
Yeah, your heart would give out. Yeah, that would be it. Yeah.
Definitely.
You'd just get overexerted.
Yeah, okay, hold on. What if electrical chair, but there's a phone to play Family Guy on it while you die?
What if like, oh shit, I just lost it.
Did the Family Guy phone flashbanged you? That just wiped your brain like a Men in Black clicker.
Yeah.
Okay, imagine a Men in Black if instead you didn't see anything and they held up Family Guy funny moments compilation.
Why? I should really set up my wireless mouse for this PC. I can't reach.
I guess till we reach the cage.
Oysters?
One of those things that I
Oysters?
got interested in for quite a while was oysters.
Oysters?
Yeah.
Oysters.
Yeah, I just thought they were really interesting.
You went on oysters.com.
I don't know what that is. It won't be good though. And I went to this oyster
Oysters?
tour in Tasmania, and they were just telling me about all these like really interesting things about oysters. So yeah, we used to have these piles and piles of shells. We would burn them and turn them into lime. Oh, really?
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyway, most oysters are about 7 years old, and here's how they mate.
Let me get some of that oyster-y. Yeah. I
Oysters?
think it's a clam,
Oysty.
not an oyster, but there's a picture where like they put a bunch of salt in front of a clam and its the big gross tongue like flops out and licks up all the salt.
Ooh,
Have you seen that?
no.
Let me find that. It is interesting.
Pull that one up, Jamie. It's doing it.
Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah, they're pretty awful.
I just want to fucking slam my fist down on it when its tongue's out.
Do you reckon it pulls its tongue out and goes, ooh, salty?
Salt.
Yeah, well, that's because if it hated salt, but then like it also has to use its tongue as its like primary means of transportation, so it has to like put its tongue in the salt to get away from the salt. It's kind of like it's like a saw trap almost.
Yes, why hasn't anyone done saw but for animals? Yes. You're always poking your tongue out at people. Well, now there's salt around and stuff.
What if there was a Saw movie where he just did it to like innocuous animals? No one gave a shit about like clams and like deep sea anglerfish.
You're always just swimming around in the dark. Now you're sellotaped to a 800-watt light bulb. He's having like a mussel and clam stew, but he throws them all in a pot and then turns the water on to boil. And he goes, here I have set up a trap. You must escape before the water boils. But he always intended just to have a stew.
Yeah, exactly. He just watches as they boil because they're fucking like clams. They can't do anything.
Now comes the warm butter.
If you do not escape in 10 seconds, you'll be enveloped in fresh cream, which will permeate into your lungs and tongue, rendering you unable to move. What's an animal you would like to see in a saw trap?
Sometimes I see those birds that are like, they're usually water birds, and they've got these very long, slender legs. I just think, God, that would be satisfying just to walk over and be like, snap that.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't actually want to hurt it, but
like a breadstick.
Yeah, it's kind of, I'm not going to, but it's kind of like, you know, when your mate is showing off a brand new pencil.
Oh yeah, and you just
and he's like, I love this thing.
I
I
love it
perfectly. And you just want to reach over and
just
snap it.
Snap.
In my head, all this stuff is absolutely hilarious. In real life, one time there was this
That
mouse
is
got
really
caught in a
specific,
mouse trap
Kirk.
at our place, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't finish him, so I had to let him go free in the park.
Yeah, I couldn't bring myself to do that either. I feel like my
I
problem
should
with
charge
saws,
my
or just any
wireless
hobby, really,
headset so
which
I
is
can
another hobby
sit
a lot
back
of people seem to
further.
love that I just don't understand. People never deserve it,
No.
which I guess is kind of the point, but when it's like, oh, just some teacher who didn't like appreciate their family enough or something, it's like this person doesn't deserve to have their like face cut in half.
Yeah, no, that's a sort of lesson that you would learn over the course of a lifetime to like appreciate your family. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that one's gonna work itself out.
You've just given them PTSD. You haven't solved anything.
Dungeons and Dragons.
What went wrong in our culture? Start here. The fear, the anger,
Okay.
the shouting, the silence.
Shouting?
Cancel culture has spread like wildfire.
Ugh,
on
I don't want to
college
listen to this
campuses.
from you.
But now it's not just
One time,
I need to go to the restroom real fast. It's really. God, my stomach hurts. Oh, I need to press play.
I dungeoned and dragoned.
Okay, interesting. When was this?
I was invited to do some D&D stuff back in my university days. I showed up on a Saturday. It was about 1 in the afternoon, and we were there until about 7 o'clock, and we had to call it quits at 7 o'clock because the host's mum was coming home then. In that 6 hours, I think we managed to play for about an hour, and then the other 3 hours were spent setting up the game, and the other 2 arguing about the rules.
So you had the authentic experience, is what you're saying?
I am amazed that anyone gets to do more than about 15 minutes of gaming per 4-hour session. You got any D&D story? You ever kill a man?
I do remember one time I went to a card store to buy some cards, and they were having like their weekly D&D night where like a whole bunch of different tables were all set up for people to play D&D.
Yeah.
And there's a guy sitting at one of them who had head to toe full Deadpool merch on.
Oh.
He had a Deadpool hat, he had a Deadpool jumper on, the jeans, I believe, probably just regular jeans, but they were black to fit with the color scheme. And then he had red and black sneakers, which
This
I don't know if
sounds
they were
oddly
Deadpool
familiar
branded,
to
but they
me.
were definitely, continuing the color scheme.
You know what? Maybe it was like a bad coincidence. Like, maybe these are all the things he doesn't usually wear. Because, okay, this happened to me once, right? Somehow, when I was like 11, I think my mum had bought me a camouflage shirt and camouflage shorts. And so, like, my dad, right, he kind of wanted me to be a bit of a snob for some reason when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
So he used to take me to the driving range all the time. And I remember looking in my closet and going, oh, I don't have anything except this camouflage shirt and these camouflage shorts that I never wear. And so I just had to wear both of those. And so I looked like I was going to the military at age 11. And I remember distinctly, like, we were waiting to go in, and there's these 2 absolute strangers who walk by in the other direction and they salute. And I just died. That's probably what happened to this dude. I think I would like to retire to a small town in Tasmania called Launceston.
Okay.
And one of the reasons is I was there and I was walking around downtown and, oh, neat, looks like a Warhammer store. So I went in and I bought a book, which I never read. And then I went back out and then I walked 2 stores down and then all of a sudden another comic book store.
Okay.
Hey, that's brilliant. There's like 2 of these in a very small town. And then I walked around the corner of the block, and there was like one of those war games stores right there. It was all within like 100-yard radius. It was brilliant.
I'd love to find like a real nerdy town that you just like, yeah, we're really nerdy, so what?
Yeah, we don't reproduce.
We just make a commune in the highlands of Tasmania, and we just ship in Warhammer and D&D.
Absolutely. And then we set up like a cross between an internet cafe and a deli, but we only let our friends in, and then everybody gets free deli meats, right? And then eventually one of us becomes the mayor. I actually Googled once the current mayor of Launceston, and I thought, you know what, I could at least take this guy in a fight.
Yeah,
Easy.
which is how they settle the mayorship in Tasmania.
Yeah.
That's right. You stand in the middle of the triangle that intersects the 3 war game stores.
Yeah, and you have the ultimate war game. I've never fucking understood Yu-Gi-Oh! Because half my friends play it, but like you look at one of those cards and it is just a novel, man. It is like...
I have only ever seen the show, and that thing does not seem to have any rules at all.
Yeah, those motherfuckers just making shit up on the fly.
You can't use 2 beast cards in one deck without sacrificing at least a spirit card. You what? Who? Where did that happen? And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Immediately does it anyway without sacrificing the spirit card. And then he looks like he's, oh no, Yugi, you've lost all your life points. But then he's like, hold on a minute. I've got the heart of the cards. What does that mean? And then all of a sudden his poor life points come
He
back.
just pulls out a gun.
Did you ever watch Yu-Gi-Oh?
I did. I was obsessed with it as a kid. But you're right. It has such little bearing on the actual game. I like to imagine the card designers just saw every episode come out and they're just like, fuck, how are we going to keep up with, like, because obviously kids are going to buy the decks being like, I want to do Yuki's cool move.
Blue Eyes White Dragon, please.
I remember as a kid looking up the cards and the descriptions are completely different to the show and being really disappointed. I also think some kids stole my cards. I'm not sure.
That
I
sounds
know
about
who
right.
it was. It was that goddamn Kaiba.
The goddamn Kaiba came to rural New Zealand and stole my dick that was probably worth $20 maximum.
He held your grandfather to ransom, and he wanted your Dark Wizard card. I think Yugi has the. I don't know if his name is Yu-Gi-Oh or Yugi.
His name's Yugi, and then when he turns into the version of him that's trapped in the Millennium Puzzle, he's Yummy Yugi.
I forgot about that. The Millennium Puzzle.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Millennium Eye, Yug.
And that's right. There, he can like see under Yugi's
And
clothes with it. Or something.
His facial expression would just change when he goes between the two. He had the most bizarre hair of any anime character I've ever seen. It was like, what is even happening?
Yeah,
with that? It's
yeah.
like 3 different colors, and it's almost a pyramid.
At least like most anime characters here, it's like stupid, but you're like, okay, theoretically with enough hair gel, you could make that happen. Like Cloud's hair or something.
Yeah.
Like, there's just a blonde guy with spiky, like shaped hair, and then Joey's just from Brooklyn for some reason, even though it's like set in Japan.
you, where, say, yeah. Wasn't this in a video?
Yeah, I also did a video.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
which you can click on the top right.
Yeah,
corner of the
don't
screen
do
right
that.
now.
Don't do that. Don't click on that.
And
All right, listen up, Mini Kudos. I've got your granddad. I'm going to expose him to my gamma radiation card.
I'm gonna play a mountain and tap it and cast lightning bolt on your.
Are you
force-
turning Egyptian right now?
You've already done this joke before. Don't make me do blackface.
You're just in denial, Mini Kudos.
Man, you need to start finding someone else to do these.
All right, thanks for being on. I'll catch you later.
Oh, we'll see you at well, we got D&D tonight, and then you said you're coming around for Magic tomorrow.
My mum's coming home at 7. I gotta go.
We've got Yu-Gi-Oh the day after that, and then we're going to be watching Game of Thrones the day after
Wait, what?
that. Warhammer, I think, was booked in
Oh,
on
Mini
Sunday.
Kudos,
phone.
I've got some terrible news.
Oh,
This is historian,
oh,
internet historian's wife.
oh, okay. That's,
He has
I-
died. You won't be able to make any of those appointments. Don't contact this number again.
I'm at your
Goodbye.
door looking at you, though.
Goodbye.
we're
Please
we've been
respect
talking-
our privacy.
We've been talking face to
in this
face.
time of bereavement.
I'm looking at you.
Goodbye.
Oh, that
Do not forget, World of
spooked
Tanks.
me. What is? Please. What is this?
Now it's time.
Space. Please. How's I doing? That's 30 minutes long. I don't have time for that. I just give me a short video. Give me a shorty one. Give me a short one. Give me something 15 minutes max. 10 is preferable. Come on, algorithm, give me something I'd like to watch.
You wouldn't pull that stunt at Waffle House. Oh my god, so true. Oh, you just reminded me. I saw a video. Was it last week or the week before? Fuck. Shit popped off at a Waffle House as it does every day. But they fought by throwing every single pot and pan they had behind the counter at each other. Does anyone know what video I'm talking about, and how can I find it? Because that shit was crazy. I've never seen so many like objects flying through the air.
Beef for breakfast wasn't what Christopher Campbell wanted when he placed his order at Waffle House.
What a okay. Hats off to the local news here.
That's
Beef
a good
for breakfast, huh? I
beef
like
for
that.
breakfast.
What an immediate hook into the story. Good shit.
Campbell says that's the sound of a juice bottle knocking his cap off, barely missing his face.
It's the worst experience of my life. I literally thought to myself, like, wow, I'm a Waffle House victim.
Although the manager apologized for what happened,
I'm very sorry.
Campbell believes
Yeah, is Waffle House known for anything besides fights? I can't imagine.
Nah.
That's like all anyone ever
Look,
goes to
it's-
Waffle House for is fights and then maybe like a waffle.
I think
Where
it's
the
some
fuck is that
good
video?
sandwiches and
They had like
burgers. They're
1,000
decent.
things flying through the air. I'm talking pots, pans, salt shakers. How can I find that video? It wasn't that long ago. Not this one, but there is a lot being thrown here. This isn't the one I was thinking of, but there is a lot of glass being thrown here. I feel bad for the rest of the customers. There's gonna be no salt left.
There won't be any salt left.
What a waste of good condiments.
Yep.
That was not the one I was thinking of, but it seems to be a pretty common occurrence just to throw all the items in the kitchen. The kitchen served multiple purpose, projectile weapons, and to make very mediocre food sometimes.
My kids are right here.
Well, you better arm them with a pan before it's too late.
It's too late.
Oh wait, this actually might be it.
Subscribe.
Oh, this is the one. This is the one. This is the one.
Hey yo, what's happening?
Like it actually just bro, it fucking sounds like Looney Tunes stock sound effects.
Oh,
Like it's just like perfect breaking, perfect like dinks and dongs when pots get hit and thrown. It's
depends
so
where
good.
you live.
Oh, that was
You know, my Waffle House down here is pretty goddamn
God, watch out.
peaceful.
Welcome
Though
back.
I have seen my
You haven't
fair
finished
share
your
of, ambulances and fire trucks
wait, over
nearby when I'm passing by
Luckily,
sometimes.
the last thing you need at Waffle House is a plate. The number one item they should have is like boxing gloves for you. Really throw it down efficiently. They seat you by weight class.
Weight class.
Here's our featherweight table. You can fight anyone in this section. But if you cross over here, you're getting 5 plates thrown at you. Yeah, I've been to Waffle House probably only maybe 8 times in my life. I haven't seen any crazy shit. I've heard arguments, but I had never seen actual crazy shit, and I think it's the time. Because the only times I've ever been to Waffle House, even when I was younger, it was late as fuck. Because they're always open somehow. I'm pretty sure they stay open during hurricanes, if I remember correctly. They have a corporate philosophy that if there's a hurricane or a storm, they try and get their stores open. It doesn't matter if they don't have power. It doesn't matter if you don't have gas. Yeah, that sounds like Waffle House. Yeah, if Waffle House is closed, something has gone awry. Something has gone wrong.
Absolutely.
Come hell or high water, Waffle House will be open somehow. Cooking waffles on pure hope. Yeah, they just rub the waffle between their hands really quick and hope to get enough friction to heat it up somewhat.
Yeah.
It amazes me how this is legal. I think Waffle Houses are just like a government-sanctioned fight club. I don't even think they're formally recognized as a restaurant chain. It's just kind of like the Octagon, but in a more official capacity. Instead of the Thunderdome, we have Waffle House. Because if you go to a Waffle House, it's almost set up for a fight. It's an ingenious design, honestly, that's super conducive to a full-blown brawl. Because the kitchen is right in front of you, but it's also sectioned off. So you come in immediately looking at the kitchen, so you have all of your weapons right in front of you that you can immediately start scoping out in case things get a little hectic. And then you have nice hallway right in the entrance, and then 2 side wings for a brief respite, so you can go to one of your corners, get some water, maybe get a waffle in between rounds, and then come back to the middle and throw down again.
You know what? I believe that.
They're the PvP.
I believe that,
zone. Yeah, pretty much. Look up Waffle House Index. What's that? Is that a video or a philosophy? There's an actual metric scale called the Waffle House Index that is used for when there's a storm. Green means there's power. Yellow means they have to use a generator, and red means the restaurant.
Restaurant's gone. It's fucking gone.
And red means the restaurant is completely destroyed.
It's just
And red means
disintegrated.
the restaurant is completely
It's
destroyed
gone.
and cannot be opened. So the only time a Waffle House won't be opened is if it is completely fucking crumbled to the ground and covered in debris and ash. You just fucking buried. I have to see that. It's used to determine the effect of a storm and likely scale of assistance required for disaster recovery. Coined by former administrator Craig Fugate on the Federal Emergency Management Agency, metric is unofficially used by FEMA to inform disaster response. The index is based on Waffle House reputation for having good disaster preparedness and staying open during extreme weather or reopening quickly afterwards. If you get there and the Waffle House is closed, that's really bad.
That is a
Bro,
bad
this
sign.
Is the head of FEMA saying that. Levels. The index has 3 levels based on the extent of operations and services at the restaurants following a storm. Green, full menu. Restaurant has power and damages.
Oh.
Did the stream go fully down or just pause? Because I had myself a little Waffle House code yellow here. The internet blipped. Who signs up to work there? What, at a Waffle House? Man, I think that'd be an incredible place to work. Like, the food's super easy to make, and you just get to watch people fight. As long as they're not picking the fight with you, I'd just be like the most agreeable employee there ever. Like, if a guy doesn't want to pay the full price of the menu item, I'd just say, you know what, sir, that's fine, I'll cover the difference. Like, as long as he's not picking the fight with me, I think that'd be a really fun place to work. Just let them, like, fight outside of our zone, and we just watch.
Yeah, it's just spectator sport.
Well, yeah, so I'd probably just quit. After the first fight involving broken plates and shit, I'd probably just quit on the spot and then just go work at a different Waffle House. Bounce around. Scroll up to the first image. It's an example of Code Red. Where? This? Oh, this was a Waffle House? Oh, no. Oh, that is indeed a Code Red. Damn.
I've still
I'm
gotta.
surprised they didn't try opening with just these 4 seats.
I still gotta just.
Oh, I didn't realize what this was. I thought this was like a Waffle House under construction.
I'm still working on getting the full body working, but
the only reason why, like,
this is what I've got so far. I'm using a cheap $12 webcam right now.
I'm pretty sure once a plate gets thrown at a customer, it never gets replaced. You know, it's not like, you know, when you cut down a tree, you plant 2 more in its place. When you break a plate as the Waffle House employee during a fight, you don't get a new one. They don't replace it. So eventually they just bleed out there. No more plates.
Okay, I think this is where I'm going to end it off.
The very best software products,
Kirk,
licensing information,
and whoever else might, you know, stumble by this video, this VOD, whatever. I hope you guys have a good night, good day, good morning, whatever.
Team is available via live chat on our
Bye-bye.
website, by phone, or through email. Contact Trusted Tech Team today because
I put the new 4Gs on the G. I trap until the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause I'm a homie.